Hi, welcome to our September Cash Chat with the Baltimore Infant and Toddlers Program. We're going to get right to it. Let me share my screen. I always have so much trouble with this to see her. Okay, there you go. So here we are. Save more, stress less, creative and practical ways to save money for the holidays. We're not going to do this right now because you're not here. But ordinarily, anyone who comes to our cash chat and completes a survey will get put into a raffle for a $25 Amazon gift card. So know that moving forward. And I appreciate your taking the time to watch this video because I know you're really busy and there's a lot of things you could be doing. So thank you. And I just realized I forgot to tell you who I am. I'm Hillary Sigismundi. So who am I, right? I'm not that dog. That little dog is my dog. His name is Buddy K. And I am the financial wellness coordinator for the Baltimore Infant and Toddlers Program. And I'm here to support families in any way I can in the area of finances. We create conscious spending plans, pay off debt, build credit. You name it, we can do it. I can also get you connected to resources and connected to see if you are eligible for public benefits. I am not a certified financial coach. As anyone who works with me will tell you, I'm just someone who used to be really terrible with my finances, and now I'm kind of a nut, I admit it, and I'm kind of proud of it. It really is an honor for me to work with families. So this is going to go pretty fast, only 30 minutes. Ordinarily, if you come to a future cash chat, I stay on afterwards, and you can always reach out to me with any questions. You can text me as well. So this picture I love. This used to be me, and I think it's a lot of us when we think about the holidays are coming. And when I talk about holidays, I'm talking about all like special occasions, right? And I don't make any assumptions on what holidays you celebrate. But so bear with me. I try to take and I don't like to make any assumptions. But this is how I used to feel. And my goal after you maybe work with me or see this cash chat is you'll actually experience some peace and calm and oh my gosh, you could actually enjoy your special occasions together with your family. So think about it. You can't answer me right now. What holiday traditions are important to you and what do you value most? Because that's going to really help you in your journey to less stress around the holidays or special occasions. My number one thing I like to remind people, you are the chief financial officer of your life. You get to decide how you're going to spend your special occasions. You get to decide how much money you're going to spend, and you get to decide how you're going to spend it. You're the boss. So when we think about holiday spending, or special occasion spending, we always need to do a couple of things, or three things actually, or that this talks about. So you want to prepare. You want to think about what matters to you. And what do you have to work with, right? You have to look at the numbers and set a realistic goal for yourself, a realistic budget. We're going to talk in a minute about writing an actual SMART goal. Rather than just saying, I want to save money, we want you to actually have a focused goal that you can achieve. You're going to have to control the spending. Sorry to say it is pretty straight up. You got to control it. You got to stick to your budget. You got to spend what you say you're going to spend and no more. Make those lists. If you have a bunch of kids, write the list, right? That's what I do. I have two grandkids and two adult kids, and I still make a little list about what I'm going to get them. Got to stay calm, think about what's important to you. That social media is going to get you. I get it. And that peer influence, good mothers do this, good fathers do that. You have to buy this. You get to decide. You're the chief financial officer of your life. And you have to make that internal promise to yourself that you won't spend money you don't have. Credit cards are off the table. If you don't have it, you don't get to spend it. And we are going to talk a little bit about some tips for gifts and when you have food and parties at the holidays. This is what I was talking about when I mentioned SMART goal. SMART goals are just that. They're smart in that they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're relevant, and they're time bound. Again, it's not just a matter of saying, I want to save money for special occasion. I want to save money for the holidays. You know what you're going to do. And here's an example of that. So again, it's an acronym that stands for those things that I told you about. So if this is an example of a really good SMART goal. My goal is to save $350 for holiday spending by saving $25 per week for the next 14 weeks. That would be December 17th. If you celebrate um, Christmas, that would, or even Hanukkah, it starts on the 25th, I believe, and Kwanzaa, I think the day after. You have that much time. If you want to have some time before the occasion to be able to spend the money that you save, that would be your goal. So it's specific, right? I want to have money for holiday spending. That's food, that gifts, whatever. It's measurable. I'm going to save $350. It's attainable. Yeah, I can put 25 a week in savings for holiday spending. You have to think about it. And you might have to give up that one night of carry out or DoorDash to do it. Is it relevant? Do you value being able to spend to enjoy gift giving and spend money over the holidays? Probably. And time bound, 14 weeks. If you do what you say you're going to do, you will have that money. This is an example of a worksheet that I use with families that I work with. List up the different pieces of the SMART goal. We write the goal, and then we actually list the different steps and what resources you might need to be able to achieve that goal. If you want to reach out to me, text me, call me, I'd be happy to help you write some SMART goals. They can be a little annoying because they make you focus, but they're good in the long run. I'll admit it. So you need strategies to stick to that SMART goal. You want to have a reward system for yourself or an accountability partner. I'm happy to be that for people. You got to create some steps along the way. Okay, not going to do DoorDash one night. Okay, I'm not going to buy that coffee, whatever it is. Okay. You want to start with short-term goals, right? We don't want you planning 5 years from now. We're just waiting for the holidays for this purpose. I hang up my goals in my bathroom, on the mirror, and in my kitchen. Keep them in your face. If you have a car, put them in your car. Think about what you've done in the past. I was talking to a mom earlier who has achieved some pretty great goals in the past. So she thought about what did I do then and what can I do now to have it be that I will be successful in my goal. You have to have a spending plan. You have to look at your money. You can't be wondering if you're going to have enough money. We have to know that you have the spending plan, you're going to have enough money, and you can save this money too. Here's some dates for you to see. I was starting to think like, is this too early to be thinking about the holidays? I know I can kind of future trip a little bit. And I was like, no, start planning now. And you're already ahead of the game because you're watching this video. Halloween is on Friday, October 31st. That's 51 days away. That's just a little over 7 weeks away. Thanksgiving is 11 weeks away. Christmas is 15 weeks away. Kwanzaa is 15 weeks away, plus one, and Hanukkah starts on the 25th. So you have time. That's the good news. So I put this out for you. I love this because I think it really helps you see it. So if you were to save $5 a day for the next 10 weeks, and that would be for Thanksgiving, say, um, that's $35 a week times 10. That's $350. That's a nice little bit of money to be able to use for your holiday spending. If you save just $5 a day for the next 14 weeks, right? That's $35 a week times 14, that's almost $500. And if you can imagine if you doubled it with $10 a day, you'd have twice that. You'd always have $1,000. The question is this, what are you willing to give up every day to make this happen? You can even have conversations with your kids about this, right? Maybe you give up that stop by in the corner store to buy some chips on the way home and put that aside for holiday spending, right? You can make it a whole family activity. These are some dates coming up. You're probably familiar with these. Black Friday on November 28th, Cyber Monday, December 1st, Green Monday, December 8th, free shipping day. I love that on Thursday, December 14th at some area stores. And Super Saturday is the Saturday before Christmas, December 20th. Love this. Halloween is coming. Yes. This is just one example of an event that's happening on October 19th, Truck or Treat, rain or, yeah, trunk or treat, rain or shine. They're going to have contests. If you go to Eventbrite, everyone will be there, all kinds of holiday celebrations for every holiday, but specifically now with Halloween coming up, you'll find them there. I looked it up yesterday. There weren't a whole bunch of them because it's a little early, but you definitely want to go there. And I cannot say enough about old school, no cost Halloween costumes. I was just talking to a mom. She's like, absolutely. There's no need to go out and buy these expensive costumes. Okay. If your kid's a little bit older, explain to them. We could buy a costume or we could put it aside for holiday spending, right? You got your old ghost, red sheet, cut the eyes out, the old mummy, pumpkin, wear orange clothing, draw a pumpkin face, stuff yourself, make yourself fat. Zombie is always good. Scarecrow, come on, it's a classic. Old jeans, flannel shirts, stuff some straw. If you don't have straw, just rip up some newspaper. The best part about it, free. Love it. I just want to admit I don't buy Halloween candy because I'm too cheap. I'm sorry, I turn off the lights, but it's expensive. So I just invite you to consider, I know it's tough when you have kids. Go for the hot lollipops. They're the cheapest. So in the area of food and party and decoration ideas, there's a bunch of them here. I'm all about going to your local pantry, finding inexpensive cookie recipes. You don't have to get the one, if you make cookies. Um, you always want to have a list when you go to the dollar store. I'm all about going to stores that are less expensive. In the holidays, cook your favorites. Don't cook things you don't want that you're never going to get thrown out. I used to cook sauerkraut all the time because my mother liked it. Well, she's not here anymore. Nobody eats it. So I didn't make the sauerkraut anymore. You can always make it a potluck, right? It's not cheap to have everybody over for dinner. I'm all about everybody bring something. If you're a person who does cards, like at the holidays, send e-cards instead. This might be a little outdated because it says here stamps for 66 cents. If you send 20 cards, that's $13 just for stamps. Always want to check your online coupons and your mailers. Borrow what you need. If you want to have dinner and have a lovely tablecloth and you don't have a really nice one, borrow one from a friend or an aunt or a relative. I'm sure somebody or anything like that, right? I love DIY whenever you can. I'm going to show you a flower arrangement that I'm really proud of for Thanksgiving with my grandkids for I think their first couple years, I made them their own shakers. I had plastic peanut butter jars and I put different things in them like beads and stuff I found around the house, macaroni, and they could shake it. And they still come to my house, they're a little bit older, and they still love finding those things. This is my pride and joy. I love this. This is a centerpiece. It's my tradition. I get up on Thanksgiving morning and I walk around my neighborhood with scissors and I just cut stuff. And I make these arrangements. I mean, I guess technically could say it's stealing. It's not stealing. They're bushes that are just on the board, out on the lawns. But I think it looks really good. And now everybody's like wants to see what Hillary's going to come up every year. Best part, it's free. These are some salt dough ornaments you can make. I've made these with my grandchildren, 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, and water. Google it. So easy. Playing holiday music and having sing-alongs is so much fun. You can make musical instruments. Doesn't matter how you sound, right? It's not about sounding great. It's just about having fun and laughing, especially if one of your values is having fun with your family. And I'm all about the dance and get everybody up, dance. And I get my grandkids are hysterical when they see me dance. This is my all-time favorite. Have an indoor snowball fight with cotton balls. It's so much fun. Cotton balls are cheap. Buy a ton of them. We did this last year. You can give everybody their own bag and then you just start throwing them. we giggled and laughed so hard. This is my son, my 39-year-old son, and his wife, his kids, my husband. Biggest challenge is cleaning up all the cotton balls, but then you just get a big bucket and then you take turns throwing them back in and for cleanup. It's so much fun. Do your own photo booth. We all have phones now, so you can do your own background and make your own props, right? Who says you have to go out and buy stuff? Every year, the Goodwill does a resource and turkey dinner right before Thanksgiving. So definitely keep your eye out for that event. Saving on gifts. Got to shop with the list. Got to have a budget, total per person. 2-year-olds love boxes filled with tissues. You don't need to buy them a lot of presents. Give them a box filled with tissues and noisemakers and things like that. I love the book bank. You can get free books there. Use those promotional mailers and get online coupons. Save receipts to see if things go on sale for price adjustments. You can bundle your online order so you're not paying all those shipping fees if you don't have if you're not doing Amazon. You can always ship if it's somebody far away, ship them the present, right? You don't, so that way you don't get it and then have to mail it again. Set up a gift exchange. There's no law that says if everybody always gets presents for everybody, say, you know what, enough. We're all trying to save money. Let's pick one name and then say no more than $20. You can buy gift cards. I didn't know this. Somebody told me this at Costco and Sam's Club for less. Whenever you can, do it yourself. Create collages, coupons, love that. There's those no money gifts, massages. I used to always give my husband, coupons for one free massage. My daughter used to give those. She could give a killer massage. She would give that to me. Go for a special walk, or you're going to go out for a treat together. I haven't used wrapping paper. Well, no, I'm not telling the truth. I don't buy a lot of wrapping paper, but I don't go out and buy that shishi. And I've been known, I always recycle. And if I have to use a brown bag and decorate it, so be it. When you're on a strict budget or, don't have a lot, you don't want to be spending your money on wrapping paper. That's always my point of view. This is another do-it-yourself idea. I bought these pens off Amazon and I have rocks and shells. So I like decorated rocks for all the people I love in my life and just was like, Hillary loves you. Just handing them out. People love them and they can put them on their desk or put them on their kitchen sink. There are many free activities in your neighborhood, I'm sure, in the city. That Nextdoor app will also inform you of free activities in your area, and talk about free discounted items in their marketplace. Movie nights. I had a mom who's just talking about how they have their movie nights over the holidays and they watch all these scary movies together, she and her family. Ice skating starts in the Inner Harbor on November 9th. Sand will be there in early December. If you haven't been to 34th Street in Baltimore City, that's a great place to go for the lights. It gets pretty crowded, and it's not just Christmas lights. There's Hanukkah lights, there's many different multicultural lights, which I think is really great. They've come a long way. And the one of the best events is on December 5th. It's the monument lighting down in Mount Vernon Square. It can be a little chilly, so bundle up, but you can go into the Walters. They've got music. They usually have a stage with kids from neighboring schools. It's really wonderful. The Senator Theater shows the movie It's a Wonderful Life. It's one of my favorites on December 13th. All you need to get in is some canned goods. And Baltimore Infant Toddlers Program has Picture Day with Santa. You do not want to miss that. Davon dresses up like Santa. We have pictures for you. It's really a wonderful event. Don't have the date for that yet, so you just want to keep your eyes open. Lastly, again, remember, you are the CFO. You get to say how you're going to spend your special occasion, how much you're going to spend, and what you're going to spend it on. Thank you so much. I really want you to think about after the end of this, what is one new way you're going to cut your costs so you can save money for the holiday season? And think about what SMART goal could you write for yourself? If you need any support with that, I would love to help you. You can't give feedback right now. You could email me or text me feedback if you like. I'd love to know your ideas for what you would want in a future cash chat. I'm always trying to do what families want most. Um, So thank you very much. Again, my name is Hillary Sigismundi, the Financial Wellness Coordinator. Our next Cash Chat is October 8th, 2025. And I look forward to seeing you there. Good night.